talked yesterday, right at the end, I guess, about you're willing to do anything that's asked of you here. If Chuck decides to go in another direction with a head coach, would it be tough for you to go back to your old position with the fans?
No, not at all.
From a career track standpoint, is that something that's often, or is that something that you've seen happen before?
That's what I did to get here. No, I know Alain Vigneault, after he got fired from the Maple Leafs Canadiens, he went back to Winnipeg and became a coach for Vancouver. There's been a few. I can't off the top of my head think of others, but I know there's been a few. Coaching is coaching. I had a good friend of mine who I hired had him as an assistant coach, and he had no desire to be a head coach. He just wanted to be the best assistant coach that he could possibly be. He knew that was his path to the NHL, and he was once a head coach and a very good head coach, but his goal was to be an assistant coach, and that's what he stuck to. And you know, for me, I like being a head coach. At this time in my career, you know, that's where my thoughts are. I haven't really thought about going back to being an assistant because it's something that you know, maybe down the road I consider it more seriously. But you know, right now I enjoy being a head coach.
Chuck said that yesterday he didn't put a lot of merit in what the players said about wanting to have you back, but is it gratifying to you to hear that, not only for the fact that they enjoy playing for you, but they also learned some stuff from you?
Well, I guess you could say that, well, I won't say that, but I think, yeah, obviously, I had a great time with the group of players here, and what I liked about it was when I was up front, when I did call them out, when I was hard, if you can say hard, I don't know if that's the right word, but when I challenged them, I got a response from them. And you know, to be able to do that, particularly this day and age, and not have the players resent you, that to me is the important part. You know, to be able to coach them. They might not always like what you have to say, but if you can put it to them so that they can understand it, think about it, and respond, I felt I got a lot of that, and that to me was the most rewarding part.
Scott, I know it's Chuck Fletcher's decision ultimately on moves, but I'm sure you'll have some input. Based on what you saw in 50 games, this forward group, do you think you need more speed? Do you think you need more size? Combination of both? Or what do you think this offense needs to be better?
Well, I think and I'm sure this is the way it's going to play out, but the only thing I would say is if G's not going to play center, we probably need a center, and I think by all indication he is going to play wing, so probably another center. But you know, I'm not gonna tear apart the team and dissect it and say we need this, we need that. That's, you know, if Chuck asks me my opinion, you know, I'll certainly offer it, but you know, I don't think it's my job today to say we've got to get rid of this, add this.
No, I don't mean position. I mean like quality you need. Like, do you need more speed? Do you need more size? That type of thing, not position-wise.
Yeah, no, I same thing. I think that's the one area that would significantly make the team better. You know, somebody that's going to produce points, and you know, I still feel, even though it was better for G to play the wing, I still feel it's better when you have the first and second line center that are, you know, top point producers. Most of the successful teams in the league have that.
You talked a lot about the offensive zone. One thing over the previous couple of years before you took over that seemed like you guys ranked very high in terms of point shots from defensemen, shots from distance. Is that something that you noticed coming in, that the players in the offensive zone sometimes lean towards taking those point shots and shots from distance over getting it closer into the slot area?
So, again, just watching other teams play. St. Louis, I don't know how many point shots they had against us, but I do know how many times that they took pucks off the wall from behind the net and went to the net and tried to score, get in position at the net front. That is something that we don't do a lot of, and those are habits. Skating with the puck in the offensive zone with pace instead of standing waiting for something to happen, those are habits.
Well, I think we didn't start the season on the right foot. I think it took us a while to kind of believe that we can be a good team. I think guys were ready. It just early on it was tough. Then we tried to battle back and come back in the standings, and we were last in the league. Came back 3-4 points out of the playoffs. We battled hard for about 2-3 months there, and took a lot of us.
The talent that's on this team.
I'll be honest, Gordo did a great job this year. I think he came in, he gave us the new life, he gave us the new ideas. He's a really good coach. I don't know what's gonna happen. Obviously that's a question for Chuck. But a lot of players had a lot of fun under him, and like I said, that hole was too big for us to kind of make up. And he's got a tremendous amount of respect from the players, and I think that's really important. What kind of coach we need, down the road, the coaches give you, the structure, coaches give you the ideas, but you as a players have to go out there and execute it. And sometimes you have to have a feel for the game that as a players you have to shake up something, change something, because the game is going a certain way, and sometimes the coaches have to let you play. And I really enjoy Gordo as a coach, and we'll see what's going to happen next year.
I think we go well against anybody. I think it's once we're on the ice, we don't have enough consistency within our play. I think dedication to little details and consistency at doing those little things, nightly basis, shift after shift. That's something I think we need to mature as a group. I think it's a question of maturity, and we'll be there. It's just a matter of maturing, I guess.
Sure. When Wayne Simmons was traded, there was rightfully a lot of talk about creating something of a leadership void. In your first year with a new team, obviously it's hard to kind of assert yourself in that role, but you are one of the older forwards in the team. Do you envision the remainder of your contract you stepping into more of a vocal leadership role in the locker room?
I don't. Yeah, like you said, when you come into a new team, I think you ultimately you want to be a genuine person. So it's not about coming in and beating your chest and doing it that way. I think for me, I've always been a guy that try to just do things the right way every single day and have that consistency in your approach. And again, I know it's important, especially when you have younger guys around going through their first few seasons in the league. I remember just being a sponge in those situations where you're kind of watching and listening probably twice as much as you're saying anything, and just kind of seeing the different things that guys do to be successful and to prepare to play at the best of their abilities every night. So I think that's kind of the way I try to do it, is again, just try to prepare the best I can and be a good pro and try to set a good example in that respect. And certainly, again, as you develop better relationships with guys, which again, that doesn't just happen overnight, but when you develop those better relationships with guys, you develop that trust where we can all learn different things from each other. So I think that's a positive thing, and that's certainly something now as you're after being here a year, you feel more comfortable feeling more comfortable with your relationship with guys on the team and stuff like that. And we all ultimately have the same end goal. We all want to win a lot of hockey games and be successful players. And I think that's certainly something that kind of evolves the more time you spend somewhere.
Yeah, I think we got everything to be successful. We got a great group of guys, great players that are hungry to get better, and that's what we're gonna do. Personally, you know, I'm gonna continue to get better, work hard. You know, learn from this year. You know, stuff that I need to learn from. Get better in the areas I need to get better at, and you know, continue to put everything into, you know, hockey, and you know, just become a better player in the summer and come back strong in September.
Yeah, I mean, like I said, it was a hard season, and I think I learned a lot, you know, about a team and the changes that we went through, and I think it made me a better player, and you know, experiences that going forward, you know, that I've already dealt with, and as for me, I just obviously it was nice to take that step forward, but in saying that, I think I still got a lot of work to do.
How much easier it is to approach the game to game, or you know, if you're coming off of a bad game or whatever, you know you're going to get, you know, 18, 20, 22 minutes depending on the night, as opposed to playing, you know, 13, 14, 15.
Yeah, I think as a young guy, you know, coaches having the confidence in you to throw you back out there, and it makes it easy to shake off a mistake or a bad game, and to know that you're going to go right back out there, and you have that trust level with them, and you know, in saying that, you got to do a good job of learning from those mistakes, and I thought that was a key for me this year. I thought my mistakes were definitely you know, a lot less this season, and you know, I wasn't making as critical as ones as, you know, maybe I did in my first season.
Yeah, he was great from you know, right when he got here. He helped me a lot, you know, with video and stuff that I haven't you know, haven't been shown in a while. So it was you know, awesome having him here, and he obviously you know, changed a lot with our systems, and you know, for the most part, I thought they you know, worked pretty well. So you know, a lot of respect for him as a coach, and you know, really enjoyed having him.
How often would you look at video with him, and what did you like about it?
You know, he'd show me things that not many coaches have showed me. You know, even things on the offensive side of things, and you know, it was pretty impressive to see the stuff that he was showing me, and you know, it helped a lot. And you know, he's a smart mind, so it was nice to have him.